Cassidy and Hamish first met when they were at such different stages of their lives. Cassidy was in her second year of university, whereas Hamish was about to travel the world on his OE. One night, Hamish came to Cassidy's flat before a gig at the uni bar. Cassidy locked eyes with Hamish from across the room and immediately thought, Jesus, this guy is so good looking, how have... They got talking, then all went to the gig together, where they danced and shared their first kiss on the dance floor of the Foundry, just like all good Canterbury University romances. It didn't take long for them to realise they were falling in love, but Hamish's OE was cooling. The last goodbyes were tough, and there were definitely a few tears shed.
You flew away from me. You flew right over the Atlantic Sea. I drew a path that led you back to me.
Hamish won my heart when I messaged him asking if he might just record a message for me to add to a video that I was making for Cassidy's 21st.
Hey Cass, happy 21st. I'm sure having a great night. I'll see you when I see you. It could be sooner than we think. Yeah, have a good night. It took about 40 takes.
She tried to play it quite cool that, I'm not in a relationship, Mum. When we played that video, I looked at her face and I knew that day she was smitten.
I believe that Cassidy and Hamish's marriage will be as happy as mine was with Courtney. On Christmas morning, way back in 1985, I proposed to Hamish's mum Gayleen with a green emerald and diamond ring. About a year back, I offered the same ring to Hamish. So 37 years later, to the day, unbeknown to Hamish, he proposed to Cassidy with the same ring, asking him to marry her on Christmas morning, the same morning that I proposed to Gayleen.
Here we are. This is the Gayleen Smith cooking show. It looks like some bagels. She's wrapping that up with that nice ring on her hand, and
I've got your pictures. I've got your pictures to keep me company.
Whether it was Cassidy's premonition or Hamish's bad luck, he managed to separate his shoulder and fracture his wrist in a bike accident in Italy. It was time for Hamish to come home.
But fair to say, while there was a little bit of sympathy, Cass was actually pretty wrapped.
I've imagined this day many times. Oh, you're gorgeous, darling. Oh, boy, this is hard. But seeing you walk down the aisle with me beside you, I did not realise how emotional and amazing it would be, and how exceptionally proud I would feel to be your father today.
Put an ocean in between.
Cassidy, ever since that first night we spent together, when Mum visited me in my dreams, I knew there was something special about you. We were hanging out by a beach, eating ice cream. Life was perfect. I'm so goddamn thankful that fate caught up with me when I was in Italy, crashing me back to where I belong, with you. I can't picture a future without you. I'm truly the luckiest man in the world to be calling you my wife. You are my soulmate. I love you.
Hamish, I'm so happy to be standing here today looking at you, about to become your wife. I love your zest for life. You jump at adventure, change and new experiences. Together, I feel like anything is possible and that nothing is beyond our reach. I know that a life with you is going to be jam-packed with fun, adventure, new experiences, live music, delicious food, craft beer and plenty more seasons of MasterChef. It's true what they say, that home is not a place, it is a person. You are my home, my person, and no matter where we are in the world or what the world looks like, I know I'll be okay if I'm with you.
So I'm Cullen, Hamish's younger brother. To be honest, I was feeling a bit nervous about this speech, so I prepared a few lines earlier. And after having them, I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Ironically, I was actually one of the people that went on the OE as well. What you probably don't know is that I was also the reason that Hamish and Cass ended up being together, because I was the pilot of the vehicle. Let's be honest, it was a bike. that crashed. It wasn't actually my fault that I crashed the bike, because I made this all happen.
Our meat-loving party-goer has changed her ways, although her love for salmon and cheese has always stayed.
You are my two favourite labour-loving vegans on the planet.
Congrats! Fucking fuck! Okay, congrats, Cassidy and Hamish! I'm so excited for you guys!
Cassidy is the bride. That's right.
Our girl Cass can do it all. Need a model, chef, lawyer or photographer? Just give Cass a call. A professional at balancing work and play. Give her a funky tune and she will boogie any day.
You are both matched in a way that's often hard to find. Incredibly special. I love you, Hamish, and having beautiful Cassidy into our family makes it a special ever after. A fairy tale.